And live. Hey, 4 minutes late. Not bad.
That's not bad.
How's it going? All right. So here to just kind of chat about some things. A lot of people are getting into the groove of summertime. Summer bodies, summer diet, skincare routines, all of that. I get it. Being out here in Los Angeles, it's just a different energy. It's unbelievable. It's like this pretty much year round, but like over the weekend, you can see people just bouncing around to different buzz and feeling in the city, and I think that a lot of that has to do with the change of the season. So if anybody has any, hey, what's up, James? If anybody has any questions, by all means, just right here in the comment section. Be happy to answer any questions that you have regarding diet, skincare, nutrition, supplementation, sauna routines. We have a few questions here. My lovely assistant, Uniqua.
Hi, guys.
And if you have any questions, fire away. But we have a few right now, so I'm gonna get going.
Yeah. So what would be your top summer nutrition tips?
Okay, so if you're trying to, I call it shrink wrap up. So if you're trying to tighten up a little bit, a lot of it is just water weight. So if you want to just, as far as diuretic, whether it's things like celery, cilantro, parsley is great, celery root, caraway. So what you do is what I did is, those little water pills that are full of B vitamins, celery root. So what I do is I don't take the little water pills. I just eat a lot of celery root and a lot of celery to help reduce a lot of the excess water weight. And I hit the sauna very often, at least 5 times a week. I'll take 400 to 500 milligrams of niacin. I work my way up to that. And I don't use the flush-free niacin. It's niacin. It brings a lot of the toxins to the surface of your skin to the point where I have this. I'm gonna get this on video because your body just replenishes the toxins to the surface, and you basically just massage it off. You basically just massage off the water that comes to the surface, and then you hit the showers right after to rinse off all the toxins that are right there. On the top of your skin. But that whole routine of just massaging the water and the impurities is the whole idea of just reducing a lot of the excess water weight and releasing a lot of the excess water weight and toxins from your system. But in doing that, you're also releasing a lot of good minerals that your system has as well. So you want to replenish with things like Himalayan salt, and then definitely eat a good meal afterwards. But the sauna has been very beneficial as far as reducing water weight, and then as far as vegetables, things like broccoli, things high in B vitamins as well. Naturally, I don't like to supplement with B vitamins. It gives me a little bit of a headache. Outside of Bulletproof's B12, the methyl B12 supplement that they have, just like a little chewable tablet that I like to do to assist in releasing a lot of that water weight. But sorry about that. But yeah, it's summertime. It all comes down to water weight, and then it depends on where you are. But your body's going to turn up temperature-wise as far as from a thermogenic standpoint. So you're going to start burning calories a lot quicker than you would, say, in the wintertime or the fall, just because of the temperature and the heat around you, depending on where you live. But as far as B vitamins, natural B vitamins, things like liver, spirulina has been great for that. Avocado, celery, parsley, cilantro, daikon radish. These are things that just really, assist in removing the toxins from your system, but also naturally help your body release a lot of the water weight through the natural diuretic capabilities of things like celery, cilantro, parsley, things like that.
How long do you usually stay in the sauna? Like how long?
15 minutes.
Just 15?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 15 minutes. I used to do a little bit longer than that. Now it depends. There are these 30-day niacin detox groups, and you can find them on Facebook. They're incredible. So what you want to do is say if I do 300 or 400 milligrams of that niacin before, you want to let your body warm up. Your system, you're going to turn beet red most likely. I don't recommend, if you haven't done niacin before, this is charcoal. But if you haven't done niacin before, I would recommend starting off with 50 milligrams and then working your way up to 100 and then working your way up. But there's a really good group out there. Let me see if I can put it in. I'll put it in towards the end. It's this niacin sauna detox group, and these guys are just brilliant as far as just giving really good tips for removing impurities and then helping remove some of that excess water weight in the sauna. But in doing that, it's just a combination of niacin, and then towards the end, this right here, this activated charcoal. So when the toxins are freed up in the system, you want to collect those with things like this activated charcoal. And this is stuff that you can find at Whole Foods. Bulletproof has a really good one too. I'm out, so I had to get this one from Whole Foods, and it does a job. I don't think this is coconut charcoal, but either way, it just I think it's birch tree charcoal. But either way, the carbon molecules help pull out those free toxins and absorb them, and they also absorb a lot of your good minerals as well. So you want to just make sure that you shower and then replenish with. I use Himalayan salt. I'm talking like a teaspoon of that. Mix it with water or Pellegrino. Pellegrino works really well too, just to help mineralize the system and replenish lost the good minerals that you just lost. So that's what I like to do.
And you do infrared sauna, right?
I mean, I do. So she has infrared sauna versus I use just, I go to LA Fitness. Just my gym has a really good sauna. It heats up to about 140. I've even heard of certain saunas getting up to like 180, 160, 180. I've heard of certain Korean spas get up to like 250.
In Finland, they're 250.
250?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's
at home in your house.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I've been to one in Koreatown. Yeah. It's called We Spa. To anybody who lives out in LA, We Spa. WISPA. It's awesome. It's $20 to go in there and you just unlimited time. In the sauna, steam room, cold plunge, all that. It's great. But if you if you just have a sauna in your local gym, just make sure that you if you want to experiment with niacin, take it 30 to 45 minutes before, and that's really going to pull. You're going to feel your body just kind of tingle a little bit, and I recommend that using the no flush niacin, so you're really getting that full toxin flush out of your system, and then you go into the sauna, make sure you hydrate, and man, you're going to feel those toxins just pull the surface, and you just massage them off, and then your body just replenishes the toxins to the surface. It's really, it's awesome to watch. It's the best feeling in the world. I'm definitely addicted to it. I do the sauna at least 5 times a week, 5-6 times a week. So I would recommend that.
James is asking, have you experienced the sauna space in Juve red light therapy?
Juve light?
Yeah,
You said Juve?
Yeah, Juve light.
Hey James, I have. Yeah, I have a Juve right here on the floor. And I'm going to do a video with Clearlight Saunas. They're going to be working with me on the whole sauna protocol video. They have probably the best, clearest low EMF sauna that I've ever been in. Planet Beach has a really good one as well. Let's see what else. There's Sunlighten Spa. That's another good one. There are a lot of good spas out there. Just make sure you monitor the EMF ratings, and they'll tell you that. And just make sure you pick one with the lowest EMF possible, so you're not absorbing a lot of that radiation from when you're trying to reduce the toxins. You don't want to be absorbing any of them as well while you're at it.
Okay, so does your skincare routine change in the summertime compared to the wintertime? Like, do you do more mask or more?
No.
Of something?
She's asking if my skincare routine changes during the summertime as opposed to the wintertime or fall. Not really. Well, I mean, because with the heat, you're gonna be, the circulation is going to be increased a little bit, and you're not going to have to waken up your capillaries on your skin as much as you would in, say, the fall or the winter. But yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same. Say if you're in a different climate, in Colorado, or a drier climate like Arizona or something like that, you're really going to want to moisturize a little bit more, or use things like night cream or the serum or the moisturizer during the day. A little bit more often, applying a little bit more often, but yeah, mine hasn't really changed too much. But then again, LA is like summertime pretty much year round,
Did you have any additional summer body tips to share? Workout body tips?
It depends on like targeting like abs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just, I asked a lot of questions at the gym because I never, ever since I quit baseball, I didn't really do abs or any ab workouts because they're just, they're kind of mindless and I don't know, it's kind of boring. But I found some good ones. So just like hanging leg raises, you go to the pull-up bar and then you swing your legs up to about like not all the way. Well, some people go like the windshield wipers to the side to really get the obliques, and then I've definitely felt the whole abdominal wall area, obliques, abs obviously open up a little bit more. and you gain a little bit more flexibility in your core as well. So that's one of them, like the windshield wipers. So if you can hang from the bar, say if you have one of those, like system where you have the tricep push downs, and then you have shoot, I wish I had the contraption in front of me. But either way, if you could just hang from a bar and then swing your hips from side to side, that's another really good one. And then kicking your legs out, that's another really good one. Like the hanging leg raises to get your legs, which are the heaviest part of your body, pretty much, the lower half, and to get those lower abs, which are usually the hardest ones to get, I would say, hanging leg raises. Let's see. Oh, and then with the rope. That's another one. Get down on your knees and then just take it all the way back and keep your core flexed the entire time and then never let up. You know what I mean? So there's like a concentric workout. So like say if you're doing a bicep curl and you're curling up, even hit it on the way down. Like you want the way down to be just as hard as on the way up, if that makes sense. ARX is made really good point in doing that. I mean, they're like 5-minute workouts, and it's a 5-minute workout. It's one of the toughest workouts I've ever done because the whole time you're resisting your own strength. And that's the whole time. That's the whole repetition. So say you're doing a bicep curl, say you're doing a lat pull down. It's like the whole way down, and then you don't just release and go up. You're fighting to keep it from like going up, if that makes sense. So concentric, I hope I'm getting that right as far as concentric and decentric workouts and all that. But you're hitting muscles that normally aren't engaged. That's the whole point. What's another? Yeah, just finding activities that you work muscles that you don't normally that you engage muscles that you don't normally engage. Mine's hitting baseball from the left side and from the right side, so you're getting the right side of the obliques and the left side as well. Basketball, pick up basketball. It's another huge one. But just making it fun, making cardio fun. I mean, that's another way. I mean, I just started running a little bit more, sprinting a little bit more, just testing out. I got that PRP done on my lower back and on my shoulder. But on my lower back, definitely from years of pounding, running around from athletics and things like that, I had lower back pain. So I had to kind of ease my way into cardio. But I'm telling you right now, Charm Med Spa, doesn't matter. If you have anybody who's a reputable PRP administrator of PRP, platelet-rich plasma. I had that done a week ago. I've never felt so bouncy, like just springy. I didn't have to like warm myself up. Stuff works, and I've only done one. I'm gonna go back and probably get two or three more treatments. Definitely recommend it if you have any lower back pain. Hey, Diane. Yeah, you hula hoop. I have to hula hoop with you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, hey, that's a great way to loosen up the spine. Yeah,
that's a really
it
good
is.
one.
Hula hoop.
Jared is here saying
What do you say?
he has a long comment. Yeah, he was traveling and ran out of the night cream, so he purchased a well-known brand name, and basically his face started stinging afterwards, and he had a burning sensation. And he's saying it has to be from all the chemicals, and just saying how good the Alitura night cream is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've used your night cream every night for almost 2 years, and once I put the formula on my face, I experienced a stinging and then a burning sensation. That'd be all the chemicals and wherever they use. Your creation is legit. Thank you for all your work you've done. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry you had to go through that. I've done the same thing. So I buy brands because I want to just make sure that I can explain the difference. And I haven't found too many brands that compare to ours. I can confidently say that. Audacity is another good. I can't get them pumping another brand, but it's true. Audacity, Odacite. They're great. And Vintner's Daughter. Those are the two that I've seen that compare to us. But yeah, I mean, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Let's see if we have any other questions.
Not so far.
Basically, what's up?
Do you want to talk about the Jade roller?
Oh, yeah. So here's another one. Does anybody use one of these? So I freeze these. I put it in the freezer, obviously. It's this little smooth jade stone. In the morning, kind of just rolling out, acting as like a little lymphatic drainage system underneath the eyes, and just all over. But the whole idea is go up and out. And then up and out. You don't want to go down because that's going to create the whole the idea of gravity and the blood flow going downwards and create, they say, sagging skin over time. So you want to just go up and out. These things are, yeah, especially when you freeze it too. You're going to it's going to close the pores. So say if you do a derma roller, mask, and then say gold serum or night cream application, just finish it up with a cold, just keep this in the freezer, and then it closes the pores while you're at it. So that's my little tip. These are like $15 on Amazon. I'll put a little link to it.
Do you want to tell people how that differs from the derma roller? Because I know, like, obviously with the spikes, but I didn't know how. Like,
Yeah,
the benefits.
sure.
Yeah.
So Unique was asking the difference between a Jade roller and a derma roller. So our derma roller is it has these little titanium spikes, right? So the whole idea with the derma roller is to open up the dermal layer and just create little tiny micro wounds to help collagen synthesis, to help your own body repair itself and generate the collagen that to kind of close up that those little tiny wounds create. So your body just rushes to that surface to help repair the little tiny micro wounds. You don't even see it, but that's what those little titanium needles do, is they open up the dermal layer of your skin, alerting your body, your system, to kind of go there and help repair itself and create new, good, fresh collagen, and increasing cell turnover. And doing that, you also open up little layers for maximum absorption of things like the serum or whatever you put on top of it afterwards. I like to use the clay mask after. But how this works, this is a completely smooth surface, right? And so it's just like this little smooth jade stone. And then if you keep it in the freezer, it's just going to act to help close that area, close those pores that you just opened up from the derma roll. And so they work so well together. Yeah, it's one of those things you can do daily. It's just nice and smooth. Helps relieve a lot of that water buildup underneath the eyes. See if you have any puffy eyes, waking up in the morning. Or, it helps with lymphatic drainage as well. And just helps just release a lot of that congestion around the eye and nasal area. So it's great in the morning. Great, yeah. Just post derma roller. They work very well together. So the derma roller kind of like opens up the surface, and that kind of helps close it, especially if you keep it in the freezer or the fridge.
Yeah, I personally think that's really cool.
Hey, Janique, Dr. J. Benton asks, have you tried Vasper? If so, what are your thoughts? Vasper, what is it? I'm not sure what that is. You know what a Vasper is?
I have no
Vasper.
idea.
You should Google it.
Yeah, I'll Google it quickly.
Hey, Debbie. Let me see. Hey, Cammie, Chris, Ronnie.
Oh,
right.
Look. You see it there? It's like I think that's probably what it's saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Okay.
system.
So that's they have one of those, Benton. They have one of those at the Bulletproof Upgraded Labs here in Santa Monica. I haven't tried that yet. So that's like one of those that they measure your oxygen intake or output, and right.
You see it?
Yeah, it's one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't done that.
So it's like a high intensity exercise machine.
Yeah. No, it looks great.
The production of natural human growth hormone.
Really? Huh, I wonder how that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says it apparently stimulates growth hormone production, but I'd like to know how they're able to do that. But just so it looks like it's one of those. It's almost.
Ben Greenfield has an article on it saying why not NASA astronauts.
Okay. Yeah, no, never tried it, but I know they have one of those at the Bulletproof Lab, so maybe I'll go check it out. Hey, Janique, thank you. So unless you have any more questions, and someone has.
Did you want to talk about presence and the inspiration behind the name of it?
Sure. I mean, just presence has been one of those things that I love that word, presence. We were thinking of several different names. I was almost set on arouse. But
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you look up arouse, it's not that bad of a term.
Yeah.
Sexual connotations. It's actually just it's a great attractive word, but I'm glad we went with presence because it's something that just screams. You make a statement about yourself without having to say anything. That's like our whole slogan with that. It's a statement without words. We're actually going to be shooting a little bit of a campaign, a big video campaign, also print as well over at Salton Sea. So if you're on your way out to, say, Palm Springs, it's I don't know if you've ever seen Into the Wild out there, but that's my favorite movie. And they have this beautiful scene. It's like this. It's a really mysterious. Oh, it's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Great soundtrack too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just like this really mysterious area. And if you get like this really crisp, like my whole idea with the campaign is like Wicked Games. Have you seen that video by Chris Isaac? It's sexy, it's awesome, it's beautiful, and it really fits what we're looking to do with the whole fragrance and the launch and the campaign with the big full-size bottle when we really, really release it. So that's gonna be fun. But
That's exciting.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So that's where we're going with that. But yeah, presence, just to make a statement about yourself without saying a word. And I think with the scent, you can definitely do that.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
You definitely do that.
I've noticed that so many people have.
Oh yeah. The response has been incredible. So much work went into that. I was talking to my mom this morning about just every single part of, just with a custom bottle, and then hot stamping, not going gray, going with metallic silver. Then we had to go Guatemala, 2 different places in Mexico, Italy, and finally we found someone that was able to do that. And then then you're able to scratch off the logo. So we had to find a different lacquer for the finish on the bottle, and then the different components, every single part of that. Dealing with chrome, whether we want to keep the chrome top over the collar to make the text on the bottle pop. I mean, there's just every decision is extremely difficult.
Have you learned anything from the process?
Yeah, I would. No, I mean, it turned out perfectly. So I mean, it's just the bottle took a year, took 13 months to make the bottle alone. Yeah, but patience is overrated, I would say.
Really?
Because our sales associate actually ended up getting let go because we were too patient with her,
Yeah.
And when just another thing out there, it's just when you have, so it's very frustrating when you have someone you're working with that doesn't follow through.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have this by the end of the day tomorrow, and it never once happened. End of the day tomorrow was a week or 2 weeks every single time.
Yeah.
And that's extremely frustrating. So, I mean, it happens, but I mean, that's why she's no longer with the company.
Yeah.
It's just, it's part of it. But I definitely exercise patience and learned a lot about myself. But it's hard to bite your tongue, especially when you invest so much time into something. You don't want to ruin a relationship just because you voice your opinion, even though I had every right to. I definitely did towards the end. But thank you, man. I'm glad you like it. Are your products known to prevent acne breakouts? Hey, Debbie. Acne is one of those things. It's difficult because there's so many different things that come into play: hormonal, diet, stress, lifestyle. That's just part of it right there. Now, what our products do is just we naturally pull out impurities. Say if you're using the mask, say if you're using moisturizer, cleanser. I mean, you're getting the cleanest for all skin type products that hundreds of med spas and estheticians, private practitioners use in their back bar treatments all around the world. Cap Beauty uses it in New York in their back bar. So that's awesome right there, because they can use any product that they have. So yeah, I mean, estheticians love it, and big med spas are using them as well. I mean, it's something, if you're going to go the natural holistic green beauty route, I would highly recommend using a protocol of the mask, pro cleanser, and then following up with a good moisturizer afterwards. But I mean, acne is a tough one because you're dealing with all those different variables as far as like stress, hormones, diet, and just lifestyle in general, and genetics. But I really feel like if you clean all those areas up and you're able to specifically target what works for you, based on blood type, nutrition, getting those measured, getting those good readings through a professional on what your system takes as far as like O positive, B positive, all that. Just getting your blood type and what foods work best for you and your system, and then working on your lifestyle, and then breaking down what products work best for you based on your skin type. I'm very confident that I mean, we get reviews in almost every day from people just who are able to beat their acne and get off of things like Proactive and Accutane, and switch over to not only our products but just anything in green beauty. Just the main point here is to stay away from those synthetic and toxic chemical driven products. So
We get a lot of questions about acne. So would you say to always start from like inside, like from the food, and attack it from there, and then?
Yeah, acne is it's one of those things. I would the gut biome, digestion is everything.
Yeah.
It's when I say that, I mean like fermented foods, probiotics, but good probiotics. I like to get mine from fermented vegetables, things like kimchi, things like krauts, sauerkrauts, beet krauts are one of my favorites. Really good whole food nutrition. Drinking good water from glass, not from plastic. Getting a good shower filter to make sure your body isn't absorbing all those heavy metals and the chlorine and toxins that are so commonly located in our tap water, which is basically what's in our shower as well. I mean, if in that order, I would say just to keep environmental pollutants and toxins from avoiding that in every possible way that we can. I would say shower filter, drink good, clean spring water, preferably from glass if you can. Getting good sunlight, sweating, exfoliating, whether that's through a mask, whether it's through a scrub, and then eating good, clean, whole, organic foods, nutrient-dense foods, things like broccoli, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, beets, sweet potatoes, avocado, really good fats. I mean, those are really my favorites right there. Eggs, egg yolks, good pasture-raised egg yolks. I mean, they're just like they're on the borderline of superfoods, I would say. I just really think they're so dense in fats, protein, just really good micronutrients that our body needs and vital minerals that our body needs. It's hard to get those all in one. Eggs, good grass-fed meat if you're open to that as well. Some of the best. How long does a clay mask product last? I found one I bought 3 years ago at the BP conference. Hey, Debbie, I would I'm so tempted to say go for it. If you want to send that back to me, I'll send you a new one. And yeah, I mean, I'll use it. I would just feel more comfortable using it than you, if that makes sense. I mean, it's dry product, so we're not introducing water, so that bacteria isn't feeding. It's not water based, so we don't have to add a preservative. It's basically clays last forever. Right? But the thing is, the only thing right there is there's a good amount of ascorbic acid content, which does turn. I had a little batch up at my parents' house. It's definitely years old, but I don't recommend. Just on the safe side, I would recommend sending it back. We'll send you a new one. I've been using it. I have a new one, but I'm still using it. I mean, if you want to send it back, I'm happy to send you a new one. But just to be careful, 3 years, that's 36 months. I mean, it's on the jar, it says 18 months, so I would definitely just send it back. We'll send you a new one, no problem. Hey, Janique, so love that you mentioned the correlation with diet here and gut health. Absolutely. Yeah, you know how much I love kimchi. I mean, it's just, I take out one of those packets almost every day or every other day of really good brands like Farmhouse Culture, Pickled Planet's another really good one. Firefly, I think they are, based out of Seattle. Just only there, I would make sure you're just the cabbage, the carrots, the beets, whatever it is organic, because a lot of those vegetables, the cellulose absorbs a lot of the pesticides. So the last thing you want to do is thinking you're doing something good for your body, and then you're eating like a pesticide-laced vegetable. So just make sure you go organic when you can.
Is there quality differences between the organic ones?
As far as brand-wise?
Yeah, because I keep hearing that there's a lot of quality differences between different fermented foods and so
there's like the dirty dozen or whatever.
Okay.
So there's like when you have, and by that she means, when you have a very thin-skinned vegetable, say tomato, say apple, what's another? Strawberries, raspberries, berries. Those are things that you have to. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
So yeah, there are vegetables and fruits that you really want to stay away from. Conventionally raised. So when I say conventionally raised, it means like antibiotics, pesticides. I mean, these are things that when you have such a thin-skinned fruit, like a peach, like an apricot, cherry, blueberry, raspberry, these are the pesticides. Bugs can just go in there and eat them up, and so that's why they douse those things with pesticides. So the skin is just absorbing that, and so are we if we're eating that. And so you have to go organic with those. I mean, but the dirty the dozen, or they say that are kind of safe. I don't want to be recommending this because I like to go organic 100% across the board, but I think they say Brussels sprouts, avocado, because they have the layer that kind of covers that, and then you open it up like cabbage, I think is decent. I don't want to recommend anything other than organic. I would just go organic across the board if you can.
Do you drink kombucha?
She's asking if I drink kombucha. I don't. I mean, because a lot of them, here's where they try to, they try to get you, because like those little 16-ounce bottles, right? So they say 2 servings, 8 ounce per serving rather than just 1. So it looks like on the side of the bottle, say if you have 4 grams of sugar per serving, multiplied by 2, 8 grams of sugar. And it's all cane sugar to ignite the starter of the culture of to get that the kombucha culture going. You need sugar for the bacteria to feed off each other. So you want to get down beneath 2 grams. Kevita is a good brand. If you want to get some good, probiotics in the system, Kevita. Get the mojito, get the lime, coconut mojito. But that's really good. It's like 1 or 2 grams per jar, and it's tasty too, and you're getting really good. I think you're getting around.
That's a good tip.
Millions.
I haven't even realized to look at the sugar content.
Yeah, that's another thing. Just please be aware of the sugar content in the kombucha that you're drinking.
Yeah.
You think you're doing such a good thing for your body, but then if you're intaking, sometimes they'll even have like 7 or 8 grams per serving in those bottles that are
for the 8 ounces.
for 16 ounces. So you have 2 of those.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be 14 to 16 grams of sugar, which is more than I take out in a week for cane sugar. So just be very aware of the sugar that you're taking in. Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy? So I think that's pretty much it. Unless anybody if you guys have any questions, by all means, just put it in the comment section. I'm happy to answer them. Love doing these things, and
I learned a couple of new things.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
The kombucha and sugar stuff, and then the Jade roller.
Yeah, the Jade roller. Freeze them.
Yeah.
Throw this thing in the freezer. Wake up in the morning. It's like cheating. Any type of puffiness that you have. But it's just, derma roller, mask. Say if you want to do serum, night cream, and then finish up with that to close the pores. Great. Golden. All right, guys. That's it. This has been fun. Hope you got something out of it. And, have a good week. See you.